You could be my second baby daddy, but I have to be your first baby mama. But that's
What really grabs attention in the USA is the extreme. So the big butts, the big lips, the big eyes, the big nose.
Because I study female psychology.
Good luck.
if a guy's delusional, I'm gonna be delusional back.
He's a pilot, he's in his 60s, comes in with his wife, and they say, I want to have a breast augmentation. I look at the wife and I say, okay, let me take a look. And she goes, oh no, it's not for me, it's for him.
Every girl in Miami has 100 guys on their DMs saying, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Let me take you out on a date. I have a Ferrari, I have this, I have that. The girl can be at 11 or 10. You need to find something that you don't like about her.
What do you do for work?
Well, I'm a plastic surgeon.
Why do women do these things these days? Why is everyone trying to change themselves?
You know, that's a great question, and it's been going on for years and centuries. It's just become a lot more affordable for people, so it's really becoming popular around the world. But it's the transformation of the external self, people trying to feel better about themselves on the inside. And that's where the philosophy is now changing, and it's more of a transformational approach, where I've got to have you feeling fantastic on the inside, and I just make the outside match the inside.
Let me ask you a question. Someone that wants to do this, do you think it's worth it for them psychologically? Because long term, I hear somebody says they have a lot of issues sometimes, no?
So it depends on the patient and what they're coming in with and what their goal is. But first of all, it can be very transformational, very empowering. It can tremendously improve the self-esteem without a doubt. So if you got something that's just obvious, that's psychologically on your mind, that every time you go out just bothers you and you just can't be yourself and you can't interact with people and you change that, people get so empowered. I see them walk in straighter, better, getting better relationships, leaving bad relationships. I see their lives changing completely, but you got to pick the right patient.
You got to pick the right patient, you said.
Patients have to be mentally ready and be in the right place for them to accept the change. And the reason why they want to change is the most important thing.
So what are some things you look for that say, you know what, this person's ready to actually make that change?
Somebody who comes in who's pretty generally happy with themselves, and they come in and say, you know what, doc, it just bothers me that my nose is a little bit curved and I'd like to feel better about myself. Overall, I work out, I'm healthy, I feel great about myself, but this one thing I want to change. That person's spectacular. The person that comes in, the Michael Jackson syndrome with the nose, right? They have a little dot right in here, and their whole life revolves around the dot. They don't go outside the house. They don't travel. They don't do anything because everybody's going to be looking at their nose for that little dot. That's a red flag. That's somebody you don't want to operate. So they got to be in the right mental mindset.
Let me ask you a question. The people in Miami, 'cause I see Miami is like a hot spot for that. Why is it that Miami girls these days, they go extra and beyond? They got the duck lips. They got all this crazy shit going on. Why they go so crazy and they don't know how to stop?
So a lot of the time it's attention seeking. What really grabs attention in the USA is the extreme. So the big butts, the big lips, the big eyes, the big nose, all that kind of, anything that's big attracts attention. So people a lot of the times with their insecurities want to have them feel like they're attractive, or people looking at them or getting that extra attention to improve themselves and feel better. And so I think people tend to overdo it. And that's where now the balance comes in as a surgeon. Well, do I want to go there or not? I mean, that's my signature that's going out there. Number one. Number two is, psychologically, how is this going to impact them? Is it going to help them or not? There's a lot of assessment that goes on. So it's not just using the scalpel. You're a psychiatrist with the scalpel and you're a plastic surgeon with the scalpel.
Let me ask you this. What's the craziest story you've seen that really impacted you like crazy?
He's a pilot. He's in his 60s, comes in with his wife, and they say, I want to have a breast augmentation. I look at the wife and I say, okay, let me take a look. And she goes, oh no, it's not for me, it's for him.
Really?
That was the craziest thing I've ever had, probably, yeah.
Percentage-wise, do female get more surgeries done or do men nowadays?
Men are about 8%. So women are about 92%. Around the United States, about that. In my practice, I got about 10-15% men. I've got this Adonis procedure where I transform the body. I get rid of fat where you don't want it. I use that same fat and I put it into the muscle, and it transforms the body completely. So the impossible becomes possible. It's unbelievable.
So let me ask you this. Why is everyone looking for the shortcut and not the long, like do the things the right way, so to say, to go to the gym or build muscle that way? Why are they always looking for the shortcut, in your opinion?
In general, our society here is always looking for the shortcut. They want that magic pill, the one pill that's going to solve everything. And in reality, there isn't. What you need is more of a cocktail. It's a combination of things. So you're 100% right. I love what you just said. Nutrition, exercise, hydration, sleep, and then the plastic surgery. It's not just one thing that's going to change. You've got to change internally and externally. It's a whole package.
Let me ask you this. Was it worth it choosing the career you chose?
Oh, I love it. I work on the human canvas. So the artistry that I use is more of a human canvas. It's not an artistic or a sculpting thing. It's more on the human body, seeing what's possible and then transforming it. For me, it creates tremendous satisfaction. What I love is seeing that patient that comes in, head down, shoulders slumped over, and then when they walk out, they're just empowered, tighter dresses, tighter fit. They feel different. They get rid of bad relationships because they feel better about themselves. So they're no longer in abusive relationships. They have that power now to walk away. They have the power to walk into that interview and feel confident, feel strong, and get the job.
You're not just a doctor, you're a transformational doctor.
Right. So it's more of a mind, body, spirit. That's kind of like what we're working on.
Someone that's watching us right now, they're in med school, they want to do what you're doing actually. What would be 2 words of advice for them?
Number one is go out and take a look at the different specialties that are out there before you commit into one. So go out and see different plastic surgeons. Ask them if you could just come into their office, watch them, follow them along, watch the surgeries. There's reconstructive, there's cosmetic. And in cosmetic, you got different things. And just watch how beautiful we can transform things and what we can do with our hands. And then once you've got that and you're determined, just have certainty that you're going to get there. You've got to keep on plunging through. Don't give up. You're going to come across hard times. It's a very difficult field to get into. Not everybody gets into it. It's only like the top 2%. You got to have drive. I was going to go to Mexico. I was going to go to Europe. I was going to go whatever it took to get it. Thank God I got into the United States and my path was here. But I was willing to do whatever I had to do to get to where I wanted. I just had faith and certainty that this is what I would be doing. And if you have that faith and that certainty, you keep plugging away and do everything you can. Every challenge is an opportunity to step above it, come around, and reach your goals.
I've heard a lot of young doctors say, I don't want to get into surgery because I'm afraid of the risks that comes with it.
So there's 2 different kinds of risks. There's risk to patients whenever they have surgery, and there's a lot of responsibility that you carry with that in terms of trying to be as safe as you can. And then there's a risk nowadays of medical legal issues that go on. And unfortunately, we become very litigious. Now they sue just for about everything.
If you look at them the wrong way, they sue you.
Absolutely. So you really got to be careful, and that's probably the drawback of the field. There's plus and minuses on everything. So it's all about patient selection and then and being there for the patient.
I love it. God bless.
If a guy is delusional, I'm gonna be delusional back.
So let me ask you this. What's the toughest thing about being delusional in your opinion?
Nothing. You wanna get married? I say, babe, let's go.
So you get married to anybody?
Yeah, what's up?
So what's the toughest thing about finding great guys in Miami in your opinion?
There's really not a great guys in Miami. Whatever you meet, you kind of just gotta go with.
Really? There's not so many good guys nowadays?
No.
What's
Where?
I don't know. You tell
What's
me.
a good guy?
What's a good guy in your opinion?
A guy who pays all his bills, has a family, or is just family oriented. In Miami, it's hard to find someone family oriented.
So let me ask you this. What are you doing right now to improve yourself to attract that guy?
I hold myself to a higher standard so I don't talk to losers.
So let me ask you this. What's the number one trait you need to let go of, the toxicity, whatever it may be, to become amazing to attract the right guy?
Oh, that's hard. You just have to be open. Guys nowadays, especially depending how old you are, they're gonna have kids. So you have to be open to that.
Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that. I mean, low key in my heart, no.
So you want to find a guy that's going to be 100% for you?
You could be my second baby daddy, but I have to be your first baby mama. But that's but that's like a little weird, right? That's a little weird because it's like, how do I expect that? But like, you could be my second baby daddy. That's fine.
Do you think there's something a little bit wrong with you with that mentality, in your opinion?
No,
So you think you're right?
no.
God bless. Enjoy. Okay, what do you do for work, boss?
Bro, I'm a dating coach.
So let me ask you a question. What's the number one lesson you learned about dating, in your opinion?
About dating, dating in Miami is really hard. You know, a lot of girls here they just care about money and what you can provide for them. I mean, they're kind of right. I think the man should provide and everything. But the reason I'm so successful here in Miami is because a lot of guys have money, but they have zero game because they're entrepreneurs. All they think about is working, so they don't have time to date. They don't have time to hang out with girls, so they don't have experience on that. So that's when I come in and I teach them because I study female psychology.
Good luck.
Yeah, so and I also have a bunch of sisters in Brazil. I'm Brazilian. So
Let me ask you this. Is having no shirt the strategy to pick up chicks?
no, it's not. But you know what's crazy? I got this fake tat here, and ever since I got this, it's fading away. You can see it's fake. My girls like multiply it. So I think getting tats is actually a really good thing.
So the whole strategy is get a tattoo.
No, it's not. It's not getting tattooed. I'm gonna teach you game.
Let me ask you
So-
this. Teach me the game.
Okay, 3 steps. First steps. Girls are anxious, right? They don't trust any guy. Any guy here can be a they can be like, they're scary. So first point when talking to girls, bringing their anxiety to 0. Because they're anxious, they're afraid, they don't know anything, they don't know anybody here. When you approach them, you can never be loud, you can never be scary, you can never come too close to them because then they're gonna run away. So always speak calmly. My best pickup line is trying to guess where they're from. So I see 2 blonde girls walking. I ask them, are you girls from Germany? There's 2 answers. They're either gonna say, yes, we're from Germany. How do you know? Or they're gonna say, no, we're from Kansas. Like, that's such a stupid question. Why do you think we're Germans? And I say, oh, because you're blonde. So first step, anxiety to 0. To make them feel comfortable with you. Because girls don't trust anyone. And they shouldn't, because there's some dangerous guy out here. Second step, this is gonna sound crazy, but the second step is treat them like they're your younger sister. So what do I mean by that? Your younger sister, you're very truthful to them, right? Because listen to me, every girl in Miami has 100 guys on their DMs saying, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Let me take you out on a date. I have a Ferrari, I have this, I have that. So when you're truthful, you show them that you don't need them. So find something, the girl can be at 11 or 10, you need to find something that you don't like about her. Because then since girls, all they want is approval. This is the psychology. I studied this. They want approval for all the guys. When you tell them your dress don't look too good, you know,
It fucks with them.
It fucks their mind because they're like, Fabio is 22. I'm 22. I look like a little kid. Every guy in Miami is a billionaire. They driving Bugattis. They driving everything they want me, and this little kid doesn't. Then the psychology starts. Then they're like, oh my God, I need Fabio's approval. I need Fabio's approval. They started chasing me. I don't chase them. The girls always chase me. So first step, anxiety to zero. Second step, younger sister, because you're picky on your sisters. Even if your sister is the hottest girl in the world, you'll never fuck her because that's weird, right? So that's the second step. And third step, you have to break contact. You have to touch them. Girls love touching. Never touch a girl unless she's left, because that's when she releases, and that's when you can break the touch barrier.
Some of the guys in the comments are gonna get arrested tomorrow. Just kidding.
No, they're not.
So you're saying touch them.
Touch them when they're laughing and they feel comfortable with you. So their anxiety is zero. They know you don't need them, so they're chasing you. And then you tell a joke, then you touch. Then they feel comfortable with you. I teach a lot more. I can keep going.
And that's the game.
That's the game. That's the game. Also, Instagram is big nowadays. Every guy on her DM is saying that she's the most beautiful, she's this, she's that. So learn how to catch her attention and never swipe up and do a in love emoji. You know, that's cringe as fuck.
I love it. God bless.